Now, let me share my screen.
Still working on it a little bit.
All right, no, that's fine.
Well, I'm working on the right side, so you can work on. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me.
Okay. Well, anyway, we got a couple things for housekeeping to take care of here anyway. All right. Everybody's great when it comes to the classroom norms. I understand that we have some issues out there, but in any event, pretty much everybody's here on time, and they have their cameras on when they have the capability of doing that. So I thank you for that. Again, we're still counting atoms, and it's nothing new. So everybody should have their little crib sheet out on the steps that we do to count atoms. Now, the only thing we are doing right now is we're counting now both sides, the reactant side and the product side. Okay, so let's just go through here just a moment. Now, Cherinsky, if you would be so kind, please read this slide, beginning with "I will be able to," and finishing up with the note. Cherinsky?
Yeah, I'm here. I will be able to balance a simple chemical equation using the skill learned in counting atoms. No number of atoms in the reaction will equal the number of atoms in the product.
Very good. Thank you, Cherinsky. And that's really what this boils down to. Now, this slide here is just kind of a hammering home kind of thing to really tell you how important this actually really truly is. Okay. Now, in order to be balanced, the number of atoms has to be the same number as the number of atoms on the product side. Reactants equal products. So think about it. Think about that example that I used last week. Okay, the chocolate chip cookies. We know that we take the flour, we take the sugar, we take the egg, we take the vanilla, the chocolate chips, the baking soda, all of that stuff we know has to go into making the chocolate chip cookies. So all of those ingredients have a certain number of atoms. The chocolate chip cookies coming out on the other side, they have the same number of atoms. So with that being said, just anybody, what stuff are we putting together to make the chocolate chip cookies? Geisy? Cherinsky? Anybody? What are we putting together here? Nasir? Ilian?
Come on, don't be bashful. You guys are awesome at this.
You guys have this hammered, really. Come on, somebody talk to me. Nasir, I see some movement, man. What are we putting together here to make chocolate chip cookies? Give me one ingredient. Nasir? All right. Well, that's discouraging to be pretty truthful. Okay. So, what we are going to do right now, we are going to go into breakout rooms, and what we are going to do is, Mr. Little is going to control one, and I am going to control the other. And when we get into the breakout rooms, it is going to be your show. In other words, whoever is in the breakout room is going to work as a group, and they're going to figure this out.
Can you make me co-host, Mr. Paul?
I surely will. Now, Mr. Little, when you get into the breakout room, what you might want to do is you might want to make a copy of this slide so that we're not stepping on one another's toes.
Oh, okay, yeah, let me do
All right.
that.
Okay, cool. So I am going to create room 1, assign. I'm going to take Cherinsky, Ilian, Lewis. 3, 5. I'll take one more. Maury. All right. So who is coming with me? Who is coming with me? Let me switch that up. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign the first breakout room. Okay. Destiny, Geisy, Mr. Little, Nasir, and Yadriel are going to go to the first breakout room. The rest of y'all are going to stay with me, and we will stay in the main room. Okay? Here we go. Okay. Here we are, folks. It should be Cherinsky, Ilian, Lewis, and Maury. Now, Lewis and Maury, if you'd be so kind as to please turn your cameras on, and everybody unmute yourself, please. Come on, Cherinsky, Ilian, Lewis, Maury. Thanks, Maury. Okay. Lewis, are you there? Lewis? Okay. Obviously not there. So Cherinsky, Ilian, and Maury. This is kind of your show. Okay. Okay, Lewis, that's fine. It really doesn't matter, but I need your participation here. So at least unmute yourself. Okay. And I need, okay, that's fine, Lewis. I'm okay with that. Well, then, since you don't have the mic, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to use a chat box. And everybody has to pay attention to the chat box so you can see what Lewis's input is. Cool. Thank you. All right. So I know you guys know how to do this. So somebody take the lead. I'll actually start you off. The way I would approach this would be is to let's name the elements. Okay. Now, if you want to talk to me, excuse me, I will be your recorder. I don't have a problem with that. So let's start with the first element. What is our first element?
CO.
One more time with that.
CO.
CO. Now remember, when we are doing this, okay, remember, if it is just a single capital letter, refer to those notes that we have given you. If it is just a single, hi Shania, if it is just a single letter, that is an individual atom. Okay, so we're just dealing with C. So what is that? What is the name of that element?
Carbon.
Okay. So what is our second element?
Oxygen.
Okay, continue on. Tell me what to do.
The third element is hydrogen.
Yep. And how about that fourth one?
Is it oxygen?
You tell me. You see the same letter twice, it's not going to change from the first to the second one. So Ilian, what is that? What is that last element?
Oxygen.
There you go. Okay, how about symbols? Lewis? Lewis, are you still with us? Somebody help him out.
C.
For oxygen?
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm asking, what I'm asking for is what is the symbol for oxygen?
O.
A little more specific.
Capital O.
There you go. That's what I needed. The capital O. Very good. Next. Shania? Shania.
Oh no.
Okay. What is the symbol for hydrogen?
Is it a capital H?
Yes, it is a capital H. Okay. And last but not least, Cherinsky?
Capital O.
Okay. Come on, guys, ask one another what's going on here. What are we looking for now? Ilian?
The coefficient.
Okay. Anybody want to help Ilian out? What is the coefficient for carbon?
Still 1, right?
Absolutely. Now, you have a choice here. You can either continue to go on to the right, or you can go down and you can put the coefficients in for everybody. That is in the list of the ways to solve this. Okay. And I think the way the list has been written and given to you guys is we name all the elements, we associate all of the coefficients. So what would the coefficient for oxygen be? Maury?
1.
Yep. Okay, continue on, everybody. Come on. How about hydrogen?
1.
There you go. You guys start to tell me what to put in here. I'm your recorder. You tell me what to write down.
1.
Yep. Now, let's assign our subscripts. What do we got going on here? You tell me. Start all the way at the beginning, at carbon again. What's your, yeah. Oxygen?
2, 2,
2,
Come on, keep it rolling. Guys are doing great.
1,
Now, come on, girls. I've only heard the guys speaking up here. Now we're at the total of carbon. How many we got? Shania? Ilian?
2,
There you whoop, 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 whoop. What's our total?
1,
Thank you. That's great teamwork to pick up the mistake. Okay. How about oxygen?
2,
2,
There you go. Yep. You can jump ahead of me a little bit. I can keep up.
2,
1,
There you go.
1,
Total.
6.
6,
Yeah. See, you guys have this hammered. You really do. Have a little confidence in what you are actually doing, because you are doing great with this. And when we come down to actually balancing an unbalanced or imbalanced equation, you guys are going to do fantastic on this. You really, truly are. Okay. Now, in doing this, we can actually create a little bit of a shortcut. Notice that the same atoms are in not only the reactant side, but also the product side. You're not coming up with different atoms. You're not creating an atom. When you go from the chocolate chip cookies, the ingredients, to the chocolate chip cookies themselves, you're not changing any of the atoms into stuff that you're using as far as the ingredients. So therefore, we can start with naming the atoms on the product side. We've already got it done. So an easy way to do this would just be copy and paste. Hang on, folks. Here we go. Okay. What would my second atom be? What's my second one up here?
Carbon.
There you go. And my third?
Oxygen.
Okay. There you go. Okay. So now let's go to symbols. What are my symbols?
Capital H.
Okay. And my carbon?
Capital C.
And how about my oxygen?
Capital
Excellent. Okay. We're kind of getting a little bottlenecked here. Oh, I see what's going on. Never mind. Okay, I'm messing up. The recorder's messing up. Okay. Now let's do our coefficients. That's the same thing. We're not changing anything here, folks. What is our coefficient for hydrogen? Help me here, folks. Come on, Maury, Shania, Lewis, help me out here. What's our coefficient for hydrogen in the product side?
1.
There you go. Thank you. How about carbon?
1.
Yep. And how about oxygen?
1.
There you go. I only hear a couple voices here, folks. We need to hear everybody. How about the subscript now for hydrogen? What is the subscript for
2.
hydrogen? Yep. How about carbon?
1.
And how about oxygen?
1.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Oxygen.
2.
One more time.
Is it 2?
One more
Because I
time.
said 1 first.
What is the little number that follows oxygen? What number do you see? 1 more time.
2?
Okay. Let's
No,
stop.
wait, 1.
Hang on. Let's stop and regroup our thoughts. Okay. What is the subscript for oxygen on the product side? On the right side. What number do you see there? Maury?
3.
There you go. Absolutely. Absolutely. So had a little bit of a brain fade there. That's okay. It's Monday morning. Okay. Now let's do our totals. What's our total for hydrogen?
2.
How about for carbon?
1.
And how about for oxygen?
3.
Yeah. What's our total?
6.
There you go. You have now balanced. You have now balanced the equation. We know that there are 6 total atoms on the reactant side. We now know that there are 6 total atoms on the product side. Now, a way to check ourselves is, since there are no coefficients, we don't have to deal with them at all. So to check ourselves, we can add up the subscripts. So the subscript for carbon would be 1, plus 2 is 3, plus 2 is 5, plus 1 is 6. That checks. 2 for hydrogen, plus 1 for carbon is 3, plus 3 for oxygen is 6. You can move on from this knowing full well you got 100% correct, accurate answer. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing right now. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to